Hi everybody, welcome to Jana's Crochet Journey. Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. How's everybody doing? Welcome new, future, and returning yarny friends. I've been busy. Not necessarily with crocheting, but I've been busy. So I wanted to come on here today while I have the chance to show you what I've been up to when I've had the chance. I did crochet a pair of overalls for the elephant for my one grandson, but I was able to spend some family time this past weekend and I gave it to him, so I don't have it to show. But I was doing it out of this book, and a lot of the outfits use that one pattern for the overalls, and then you just do your colors or whatever. It was okay. I think because I didn't have time to dedicate to just getting them done, that I felt like, oh my god. But it was done. It fit the elephant, and I should have made a pair for the bear that I made for my other grandson, but I didn't. I just wasn't feeling it. So I gave them the animals, and I said when I am feeling it, if it's too hot and I want something smaller, I will get back into making more outfits without the animals to try them on and hope for the best. So those are done and gone, and I have moved on. So the other thing I started recently was my oldest daughter asked me to make a cover for her, I'm going to say Kindle. She's probably watching this and yelling at the TV, telling me that's not what it is, but whatever. I'm going to call it a Kindle. And her favorite color is purple. So I found some scraps. One thing I had is the Fair Isle Liberty. It has a 3 on it because I was using it for luck of the draw. And this is the color plum. And I found a used skein of Mary Maxim in the color dark violet. And then if I need some more, I have a used Premier Basic eggplant. So between these three, let's be honest, I probably only need 2. It's not like I'm covering a, organ or something, but it'll be plenty. So I got the measurements from her with the size that she has, and I also have 2 Kindles that are 2 different sizes, so I kind of can match it based on mine. And I just chained however wide I needed it, and I'm using, I think it's the bean stitch. I can't remember because I haven't worked on this in a couple weeks, I think. And half doubles, because half doubles are my favorite stitch. And this is what I have so far. And I'll hold it up so you can see the little bumpies. And I am thinking, I didn't bring down my other, I keep a pad of paper that I write notes on about my patterns, because just like you're seeing here, if you don't work on something for a while, you go back to that project and you're like, what the heck? I can't remember what I was doing. But I do have a pad of paper upstairs, and I should have wrote down or brought it down because I could tell you better. But I was just doing so many rows of the half doubles, putting in like the bean stitches, and then so many rows, and then I did it again, just switching out the color. It might be a little better with the lighting. And now I'm ready to go back to just some half doubles. I am using a 6mm hook, and I plan on making the flap with probably 2 buttons. I was thinking just one in the middle, but I don't want the ends to curl up on her if she like throws it into a bag. So I'll probably do 2 buttons and hopefully get it done. I should have had it done because I saw her this past weekend, and I don't, you know, the kids are an hour away, so, you know, it's not like you pop over there on a whim with work and everything. But now that I've shown it, because I wanted to get to a certain point, I'll pick it back up and hopefully get it finished before the next time that I see her. So there's that. Now, it was the end of February. Good Lord, it was like February 20th. I came down sick, and y'all know with what. I was home, quarantined for a while. So I had this yarn from Yarn Bee's Hobby Lobby's clearance. Now, this is, it's called Yarn Bee Purely Fresh. And this is the color Spice. And it's almost like a terracotta. And I got it for $1.37. Again, forgot my notes, so I can't tell you how many skeins of this that I actually had. You only get 50 yards per skein. And I have 4 colors. So I have Spice, I have Plum, Charcoal, which is basically black, and Peacockle. So there's the colors. And this is a 5 bulky. If you got this at the Hobby Lobby clearance, it's kind of ropey, bumpy feeling. But man, is this stuff soft. So when I had this over, when I was going through and trying to organize, I came across this again, and just like touching it, I'm like, I gotta work with this stuff at some point. So I ended up bringing, I don't know how many skeins did I have, 18 maybe, and at 50 yards a piece. Next video I'll have the numbers more down to it, and we'll see how close I am in my memory. But I used a 10mm hook for the chain, because I did remember to go up, because that chain at the bottom, my tension is very tight. And I am using an 8mm to do the blanket. I'm not following a pattern, just doing half doubles. Again, favorite stitch. And I can't remember if I chained 82 or 92. I can't remember, but I did write it down. So I ended up doing, I've used 2 Peacockle, 2 Charcoal, and 1 each of the Spice and the Plum. And I've just got tiny little scraps of each. I'm saving them because if I end up doing a border and I need to go around, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But what I've done so far, this is heavy. This is going to be a fabulously warm blanket. when it comes down to using it. And I do have a stitch marker because I need to attach the next color before I switch colors. But here is where we are at. And based on how many skeins of each is how I came up with the pattern. And even on the paper that I have upstairs, I wrote down what order I'm doing the colors. So this is what it's like up close, just half doubles, nothing fancy. But man, this feels like butter. This is some fabulous yarn. So again, 82 or 92 across. And then there you go. I have more of the blue and the black than the other two. So this is why those colors repeat themselves more. And then the spice and the plum will just be accents. So, but I wanted to at least show you where I'm at. And it seems like it's, again, I went up to a 10 and I'm using an 8, but this bottom chain, like you can see, you know, when I hold it up that it kind of narrows on the bottom, but I don't know. It's probably going to be more like a lap blanket or a smaller child, but I don't know. I don't think I can give this one up because this feels pretty darn nice. I'm just saying. So there's that. Now I'll be able to move on with that one. So after I started those two projects, I did the coveralls for the elephant. And then I didn't want to work anymore on those two projects until I did the video. So last night I started another project. I know. Why didn't I just sit down and work on my mosaic before it gets too hot? Well, here in Western New York, it's snowing. After having some beautiful days, you know, Mother Nature wanted to throw a trick in there. So anyways, I was down here looking at my yarn for inspiration, and a lot of my variegated I want to start using, and figured use the variegated as inspiration to pull some solids and just start making some blankets, whether they end up being baby, toddler size, whatever. I'm going to use the yarn till it's gone, and then that's the size of the blanket. So in saying that, I have a bunch of Crafter's Secret where I got 3 skeins of each. Yeah, so all of this, hope you can see that, is Crafter's Secret. Up there, it's 3 in a pack of the same color. That's it. This one is, sorry for the crinkle, is Craft Smart Value Stripe. It's a number 4, and this is called River Gorge, and it has the dark blue, light blue, couple shades of green. That was my inspiration. So I grabbed these 3. I don't know if they make these colors anymore because I've had this a while. And 215 yards. So I have 3 of those. I went into my scrap tote and pulled out some colors that are in this. One of them being the Premier Aqua. And I have 2 other shades upstairs in my project bag that I did not grab, but you know, I figure next time. So I started this pattern called the Beautiful Shells Blanket, and when I printed it, the creator's name did not show up. So I will try to find the name for next time. But it's basically V-stitches and V-stitch. So V-stitch clusters, shell cluster, shells, and V-stitches. And this is what it looks like. It's a free pattern. And again, there was no name anywhere when I printed it. So I didn't want to start with the variegated, so I started with this aqua, and I'm through 4 rounds, and round 7 and 8 will be the 2-row repeats for the whole blanket, and you have to end on round 8, and that is what I'm going to do. And when the variegated runs out and I don't have enough scraps with colors that coordinate, I'm calling it done. I don't care what size it is. So I have my stitch marker, and I didn't get very far because again, I just started last night. But this would be the middle. And 1, 2, this is 4. So I'm gonna do round 5 and 6 in this color, and then 7 and 8, I'm thinking to switch to the variegated for like 2 rounds and then go to another scrap. But it's not bad. I like it. I'm not a fan always of a lot of holes, but I love the shells. So there we go. And I think it's going to be nice. So that's it. That's what I've been up to as far as crocheting goes. I'll probably keep going on this shell blanket first to get it up to the repeat, and then I'll go back to my daughter's Kindle cover, since that's the smallest, and get that finished. And then just keep working on these other blankets. Of course, I get myself into blankets. I never learn. But at least with the Yarn Bee one, I only have so many skeins, so when it's done, it's done. So I don't feel too bad about that. So I should be good through these up until the weather starts getting warmer, and then I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do because they're heavy. I got to get working on that mosaic. I only have 2 sections left, but anyways, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. All right, guys, I got things to do. So thanks for taking time out of your day to watch my video and see what I've been doing. Please like, subscribe, share if you want to, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.